I'm making a beef and broccoli recipe that I'm following off the Weight Watchers app. And I'm just going to go over their ingredients really quick. So first you need 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. You need some salt. You need 1/4 teaspoons of salt. You need some uncooked trimmed sirloin beef. I just picked up some sirloin steak from Publix. It says you need about 3/4 pound. This is about a pound right here. So I'm gonna chop that up. You also need 2 teaspoons of canola oil, a cup of less sodium chicken broth, ginger root. I'm omitting that because I don't have any and I didn't really want any, but you need a tablespoon of that if you want some of that. I think that just gives it, the flavoring that you want. I may have some ginger seasoning in the cabinet, but it says you need fresh minced ginger, a tablespoon of that, some minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of that, crushed red pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of that, a 1/4 cup of water, low sodium soy sauce, 1/4 cup of that. And those are the ingredients you need. I have some seasonings here, some other seasonings there, just because, I use my own seasonings anyway. You also need some broccoli. It says uncooked broccoli florets, about 5 cups. That's about a 12-ounce bag. This is a 12-ounce bag. That's what I have there. It says that you want to first combine your cornstarch with your broccoli. Your cornstarch and your salt with your broccoli. So I'm going to just go ahead and slice this steak up and then mix it with my steak. And I'm doing 1 table. Bye. Okay, so now I've tossed some of my steak in the cornstarch and I'm about to season it the way that I want to season it. It doesn't call for seasoning. It just says to toss it in cornstarch and add it to the oil, the canola oil that you have put in your skillet. You should have already heated your skillet and added your canola oil. Let your canola oil get hot or whatever. I'm just adding a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and probably I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, and I'm going to put it in the skillet to get frying. So I'm just going to transfer y'all over here, and I don't know if it's going to go out of focus. So you can hear the sizzle. Let me get y'all focused right. So I have my steak cooking, and it says to cook this steak for about 4 minutes or until it's cooked through. And then you're going to transfer your steak to a bowl. Then to the skillet, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of chicken broth to the skillet. And then you're going to add your broccoli and some other ingredients. I have to look back at the ingredient list. So I'm just going to stir this, let this cook through, and let's see what the ingredients say to do. So it says that we're going to transfer this to a bowl, and then we're going to add a half a cup of chicken broth to this pan and loosen any like stuck meat that is at the bottom. So you want to get that flavoring from the skillet added into the chicken broth. You're going to put the broccoli in here and you're going to cover this skillet. And you're going to cover the thing and sprinkle with water as needed until the broccoli is crispy. Saying it should take about 3 minutes. Then you're going to uncover the pan, add your ginger, your garlic, your red pepper flakes, and you're going to stir fry until fragrant, which takes about a minute. See, and as you can see, this doesn't take very long to cook because it is steak. You don't want tough steak, so yeah. I'm gonna let this cook. Shouldn't take but about a couple more minutes. I was fixing to say a few more minutes, but I've been talking to you about a couple minutes already, and it's cooking fairly fast. So, and I just have my oven on a low to medium heat. It's on 4. And it goes all the way up to 10. So it's on 4. So it cooks pretty fast. Even on 4. I feel like 4 is low to medium heat. And I'll just show you when I move to the next step. Okay, y'all. Y'all probably missed some steps. I forgot to record some steps. So the second step or the third step, whatever step I missed, was that I took my steak out. I added my broccoli to my skillet. And I also added some onion and cut up mushrooms. Well, first I added a half a cup of chicken broth to the skillet after I removed the steak, and I added some broccoli, cut up onion, and mushroom, and I covered that up and let it cook for a few minutes. And after it cooked for a few minutes, I added my steak back to the skillet, and I added in another half a cup of chicken broth. I had a half a cup of chicken broth. The remaining half a tablespoon of cornstarch and soy sauce mixture. I had that sitting to the side, and I added it to the skillet. And I added my steak back, and it's all been simmering on the stove for just a couple of minutes. I'm going to cover it to let all the flavors kind of simmer together. And yes, so let me just briefly go over with you what it says to do so nobody gets confused on the recipe. So the second step says the third step says to add a half a cup of chicken broth to the same pan. Stir to loosen any bits on the food of the bottom of the pan. You add your broccoli, you cover and cook, tossing occasionally and sprinkling in water if necessary until the broccoli is crisp for about 3 minutes. You uncover your pan and you add your ginger, your garlic, your red pepper flakes, and you stir until fragrant. Then, in a cup, stir together water, soy sauce, and your remaining half a cup of chicken broth, and your remaining half a tablespoon of cornstarch, and then you blend that together. That's what that juice, the majority of the juice is. And you reduce to a medium-low heat, and you bring it to a simmer until it's thickened. And I have a thick sauce already. I have a thick sauce, if you can see that. You return your beef and your accumulated juices to the pan, and you toss to coat, and you serve, and it yields about 1/4 cup per serving, and you get 4 servings. So it's pretty much done if I want it to be, but I'm going to cover it with a top for about 2 more minutes. I'm sorry that I skipped a step, but I've given you the directions. This is the Weight Watchers recipe. Hold on, let me focus it. If it will focus, there we go. It is beef and broccoli stir fry, and it's 3 points. And if you have the Weight Watchers app, Weight Watchers menu, this is what it looks like. So yeah, let me focus it back on my broccoli. So yeah, sorry, I may refilm this. If I don't, I hope you followed along quite well. If not, I apologize. And if you would like me to redo it, then leave me a comment in the bottom bar. You should be able to follow it easily. It's a fairly easy recipe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more recipes. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Peace out.